significance of set plays, but I didn't think that it would be at the Chelsea end that those set plays would be significant. What happened?
And John Terry getting out jumped. You know, we're talking about how good he was, how great he's been for 10 years, and he's been, you know, beaten at set pieces. We talked about that being Chelsea's strength, and that's been their undoing. I mean, some of them, okay, they got the goals from 2 set pieces, PSG, but you have to say some of the football, I'm thinking of one chance in particular from Cavani. I mean, at 0-0 I think it is, but this has been Chelsea's undoing. I mean, this one from David Luiz actually did get his head on it. I mean, the power he generates, look, he sort of dips at the last minute. I mean, that's a fantastic goal. I think if he did that 10 times, I'm not sure if he'd be scoring 10 times, and that could end up anywhere, but great power he generated. And it's great for him because we've all been guilty of criticising him about his lack of defensive duties at times, but tonight he defended really well. Only once or twice he went wandering, and I think his mate pulled him back and get back in his back four. But he's played really well tonight, and great credit to him for coming here and playing under pressure.
And Jamie, when the equalising and essentially the winning goal, the goal that took them through, came along, I look, Chelsea, they'd been warned seconds before, and yet it was almost a carbon copy of the incident that had happened moments before.
Well, I was going to mention John Terry's involved, and he's involved twice. I mean, Courtois pulls off a great save from this first corner, so he's being warned. He's his man, and 2 warriors, 2 top centre backs in world football. Terry's lost the first one. You don't expect him to lose the second one, and when it comes in, it's a fantastic header from Thiago Silva. I think there's a little bit of movement. He's highlighted there, and he gets involved with Gary Cahill. His own player sort of blocks him, and he gets the run and jump on him, and we see it there. They're together now, a little step forward, and he comes together with Cahill. But you never sort of see this with Chelsea, losing goals from set pieces. It's normally they do that to other teams, but I think there's a theme throughout the night. This Paris Saint-Germain team didn't just out-football them. Maybe a bit strong to say they bullied them, but even in midfield, in the first half an hour of the game, you had Verratti, Motta, Matuidi against Oscar, Fabregas and Matic, and they weren't powerful enough. At times they're knocking the ball up to Ibrahimovic, he's holding it up. I've seen Mourinho teams get out football plenty of times. His teams aren't the easiest on the eye. He wins a certain way. He could have done it tonight, sort of out-muscled, out-strength, bullied. And I felt watching Paris Saint-Germain tonight, they were fantastic with the ball, but they were a proper men's team. Everyone looked physically strong. And I think going forward for Chelsea, in big games, maybe Champions League games this season, maybe in the future, I don't think you can play Fabregas and Oscar in the same central midfield area. I think you can play one of them. It was weak in there. I think that's why he brought Oscar off. Maybe the yellow card as well. But I think you can get found out in there, and it's not normally you say that about the Jose Mourinho team.
And when you talk about those midfield positions and that glittering array of Chelsea stars, if you like, and yet even down to 10 men, Verratti, young man, ran the show, Thierry.
He actually he started to play better. It seems like he almost wanted to play with 10 men. He knew he wanted the ball. When he had to shield it, he was shielding the ball. When he had to pass it, he had to pass it. I think he made one mistake that when he didn't play that 1-2 that we were talking about in the second half. But it's kind of weird. That's when usually you kind of like, okay, we're playing with 10 men. Let's drop and see what can happen. But did you hear what David Luiz said? He said we wanted to keep the ball on the ground, keep possession, and pass the ball and try to score, play through their lines. And for me, Thiago Motta was good too, but Verratti was just like, for me, the symbol of that tonight. He wanted that ball in every single position, every single time, under pressure, not under pressure. He wanted to go, putting pressure. We saw him so many times going into pressure and put pressure on their centre back, on Terry and Cahill. They just wanted to win the game more than Chelsea, and that's pretty rare to say that about Chelsea. But I think that Paris Saint-Germain wanted to win more and go through more than Chelsea.
We know Chelsea are a better team than what we saw tonight, and I think the situation they found themselves in, come back to it, PSG start really well. And then when they get the player sent off, Ibrahimovic goes. I think psychologically it's a step backwards as opposed to a step forwards. Then they score the goal, and then it's very much, let's just sit on what we've got, we're through here. Playing against 10 men, 1-up, we're through.
Yeah.
And I don't think, and I said it at the very beginning, it's a difficult game for Chelsea psychologically. You know, really the way you should start in a game like that is it's 0-0. We have to go out and win this game tonight. And I think they were caught somewhere between the two stools tonight, because that was a poor, as good as PSG were, that was a poor Chelsea tonight.
Yeah, but Mourinho said before the game going to attack. Now it's okay saying that. He didn't do that with 11 men. Now when the 10 men change, do you think you can change your mentality before the game if you think a clean sheet gets us through? When they
But that's the
get to
point
10
I'm
men-
making. The start with that between two stools. We don't need to chase the game. At 1-1 we go through, and then the way the game develops, they knew that PSG were going to come after them, so they're sitting there now. Only Cavani early on, first chance, and they should have scored. And then when they get the player sent off, it's a double thing for them to take on board. We're now playing against 10 men. The 1-1 sees us through. Then they get their goal.
But you still have to find a way to buzz at midfield, and you can't let them buzz at midfield with
What?
10 men.
You
Guys,
pass like-
I'm going to interrupt because we have to speak to Jose Mourinho. He's with Jeff Shreves.